So, well, to finish up, I think just something interesting that I saw, well, I found it very interesting. However, there's a bit of a plot twist to it. Um, there is one remaining Blockbuster video in the world, like a physical store.
Where is
The
this?
brand that's in a place called Bend in Bend in Oregon, in
Okay.
the sort of northwest of America, which is a store that still rents videos and still, rents physical sort of media from the local community. And I think the sort of particularly it's kept going by the local residents. They didn't want it to close, and they like the experience still of this store. Um, but for charity, the manager of the Blockbuster has decided to make it available to rent on Airbnb. So you would rent, you'd have access to the store overnight. It's the one night you can rent it for, and they've set up in part of the store, and they've recreated a sort of 90s style living room. So you've got your carpet, you've got a sofa bed which will convert, and you've got sort of like a retro duvet and stuff. You've got an entertainment thing with a big square TV, sort of rather
Like the
than
old box ones.
like a modern TV with separate VHS and DVD player
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
that sort of stuff. Yeah, and which I think is pretty cool. The way they've sort of recreated this is pretty cool, and I like the idea of having the retro snacks and things like that for your stay. Um, so yeah, if you wanted to rent it, it's September the 18th, 19th, and 20th, apparently. However, since there was a link on the particular article I saw, which led you to Airbnb, but that's now been taken off. So I don't know whether they've changed their mind or whether they've actually had,
It's gone under.
it's all booked up or they've closed it down or yeah, whatever. Yeah, so the rental opportunity doesn't exist, it appears. But yeah,
That's an
good.
awesome idea, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were of a generation where you had VH. I worked in a video rental store, so I remember
Oh,
the changeover. And even though DVDs came out, we would have pretty much. I think as the shift went more towards DVD, you would only get the kind of top, I don't know, 10 films
mm,
on a VHS copy as well, in case people didn't have DVD players at that time or whatever. Then we kind of moved into Blu-ray. I think I'd already left there by then, but I'm guessing they probably phased out VHS then. But
yeah.
there's certain I mean, our children probably never experienced that kind of era. Well, they definitely
Well,
did.
no,
You
never
know,
experienced a situation where you don't think I want to watch this film and you press a button and it's there, rather
yeah,
than
having to
going
rewind.
having a look, reading the back of the covers
Yeah,
and all of that stuff.
yeah,
So
and
yeah,
even
good.
even just the whole recording on a VHS and things like that.
Mhm.
I mean, it used to be, yeah, just what a mad scenario that was when you think about it in today. But again, I mean, we've talked a lot about technology on today's show, and it just says it all really, where they're bringing back some of these older things from
Yeah.
our lifetime um, as a as an experience now.
Mm,
I think it's
yeah.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I think it's really really cool. I love that whole idea, and I think that's what I quite like now is like nostalgia
Mm,
as a thing. You see it in adverts, and you see like characters like turtles or whatever popping up
mm,
and stuff. But I think there's so much opportunity now that, like with that blockbuster, is as you said, you create an experience out of it. Why
yeah,
shouldn't you be able to, you can look at a book or you can look at a website where, oh, I remember that or whatever. Wouldn't it be cool to experience, be in that place or whatever?
yeah.
It's yeah,
And
amazing stuff.
maybe with everything that's going on now, in 30 years' time, people might have an experience where they go and work in an office rather than from their
Exactly.
home.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
that'd be mind blowing, wouldn't
Yeah. Wow.
it? Well, that's the end of another enlightening episode of This Week in Metropolis. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we certainly did. I think we've had
We certainly did.
had a good time talking about things today. Our new website, well, our first official website is up and running. So you can find all the links for our social media and for where our podcast is and the various platforms if you look for www.thisweekinmetropolis.com. That's where we are. Go and check it out. Also, thanks again last week. If you haven't checked it out already, go and listen to last week's show where we had Adam Wheeler on from the Secret Protectors comic. He kindly, Matt, sent you and I a copy of his favourite, The Sopranos, season 1.
Which is amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you, Adam.
And it's on
Appreciate it.
DVD, so
I haven't got,
nostalgic.
yeah, I haven't got to dust out the VHS. He wasn't that cruel to us. But thanks, Ad. Much appreciated. Him and Ben have started their Indiegogo fundraising campaign. So go and check that out as well. But yeah, thanks again for listening. Last episode of the series next week.
And then we'll be taking a little break.
Yeah, little break, and then we'll be back for season 3. But we will speak to you again next week.
Goodbye.